If you're not ready, then no.
Juice, I'm ready. Are you ready?
I've been ready.
We're recording now. We had sound issues, Juice.
Technical difficulties.
Angry. You know what? I'm just going to drink.
That's your. Oh, well, at least it's not a White Claw.
I'm just going to drink a White Claw. The gay people drink White Claws? I don't know.
Yeah, my nephew does.
Is he gay?
Well, he was a Marine, so.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not gay if you're underway. So
yeah, exactly.
Is that how they say it?
Yeah.
We've had a lot of Marines underway lately.
Yes. I like it.
They haven't done anything really, though. They're just kind of hanging out.
Well, it's hurry up and wait.
You never know. Was it called Cargillon?
Yeah.
That may be East New Jersey before we know it. You know,
yeah, it could be.
Change the name of it. But I don't know. The Iranian strikes, I know we got some pushback saying that we shouldn't have got involved in wars. That
we didn't start this.
That's been going on since I was a child. So
this when they took I remember when they took the hostages.
Yeah. How about the Beirut bombing?
79. Yeah. And then we kept going. So they brought it on themselves.
It's been ongoing.
But now we have a president with some testicles
Cajones.
and a backbone and ain't going to put up with it anymore.
Right. I don't know, man. I think it's way overdue. That's just my opinion. And if you don't like it, bye. I don't care. Do you?
Yeah, well, I agree with you.
Yeah. Nobody cares. But yeah, today we got a good one. We've talked about it before, but process serving, service of process.
Oh, yeah.
I get a lot of people that say, hey, I want to learn about private investigations. So private investigations on their own are pretty boring.
Yeah.
On the computer, sitting in your car, looking for people, we can't find them. It can be frustrating, but there's not a lot of action there.
No.
Now, process service is where the action is.
Process service is funny sometimes.
You get killed doing it too. I mean,
yeah, it's possible.
Out knocking on doors in the middle of the night, all that stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you had a story you wanted to tell me. Tell me what's going on.
Yeah. So I had an attorney friend of mine call me. I'm not going to say where because I don't know what's going on with this, but called me up and asked me if I want to do some process serving. I said, yeah, sure. I'll stop by the office. So I go by the office and he's there with his client. She wants a process service completed on Christmas Day.
Ha! That's going to cost you.
Yeah, well, it cost her, but she caught her husband having an affair with her sister.
Nice.
So she had all kind of pictures. I guess she had set up surveillance on her own in the house.
Okay.
And had photos and video and everything else. Mm-hmm. But she wanted it done at Christmas because she was having a family gathering and she wanted it delivered like it was a big Christmas gift.
Right.
Well, she put all the photos, made duplicates for her mother, her father, her sister, her father-in-law, her mother-in-law. She gave them all a packet of her sister and her husband
doing
engaged.
the mattress mambo.
Yes.
Can we say that on YouTube?
I assume so.
That's not bad.
But yeah, so she had it all set up. The divorce papers are going to be in there, and they all had, and it was going to be done up like a Christmas gift, big Christmas gift.
Right.
And I delivered it Christmas morning.
He just dropped it off
I'm
and got
like,
out of there.
Hey,
right?
Are you so-and-so? Well, yeah. I said, well, Merry Christmas. Here you go.
Did you go ho, ho, ho?
And yeah. Yeah. And he was all excited. And you could see all his family and her family. They were having a huge Christmas day that day.
Watching the Cowboys?
They were watching something, but they were watching him open that box at some point, and they all had a packet in there.
Nice.
They all found out right then and there she wants a divorce, why and who it was with.
How much did you charge her for that?
I didn't charge her anything for it because it was hysterical.
Okay. All right.
However,
I started one on Thanksgiving before.
Yeah, they're pricey. I just thought it was hysterical, and I thought, yeah, I'll do that.
Right. I did one on Thanksgiving for like $300 one time.
Yeah.
So they paid it. So
yeah,
whatever.
That Christmas Day, I could have probably said $2,000, and that lady would have said, okay.
Is she rich? Probably is now.
Her husband's very well to do.
I probably know him.
He had money.
Do I know him?
No.
Okay. Well, I had the Indian lady one. Have you ever heard this one?
I think it was a brief mention, but yeah, go ahead.
It's one, you know where Flat Rock is, right?
Of course.
I mean, you're talking.
I'm minutes from Flat Rock.
Well, there's a lot of dead bugs over there. I had the exterminator come by, so. He got them,
Yeah.
didn't he? He got them. I need to vacuum that up.
They are dead. It worked.
It worked. Anyways, Flat Rock is remote. I mean, there's no phone service. There's like a little store there. It's close to where you live.
Yeah, it's right
Not
down
far.
the road within a couple of minutes.
Where you live is like a metropolitan area compared to Flat Rock. Right?
Yeah, okay. We have a store.
Yeah, a store. Anyways, I went up there to somebody, said, hey, I need you to serve these documents. And the lawyer just gave them to me. They didn't know anything. But it was about an arson case. And this woman apparently had saw this. She was a witness to this burning down of this trailer, like an insurance type thing.
Mm.
I don't know if she was going out with a guy or what. But anyway, I had to find her and serve her so she could come testify. So I went to this address. Is in the middle of a field, right? I said, okay. And there's a store there, a little gray store.
Now I remember this, yeah.
There's a bunch of old men in there drinking coffee and eating Snickers and stuff. And I said, hey, do you know this woman? They started laughing. I said, man, this can't be good at all. So they said, yeah, if you go up here about a mile, go down the power line cut through the field, about another mile down there, and you'll see her tent off to the right. I said, okay. And they said, you can't miss her. I said, okay. So here I go, bebopping down through there. I was back when I had my little Hyundai, the little 4-door.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't made for off-road. And I go bebopping down through there. And you can see the trailer on the right when I turned where it had been burnt.
Right.
And I go down through there, and sure enough, there's a tent. And this woman comes out dressed in full Indian regalia, except she had on sneakers.
Nice.
She didn't have moccasins on, but she had the headdress thing
Right.
with a little feather. I don't know what you call these things, deerskin leather jacket and pants and everything. Very nice lady, and took the stuff. I said, what do you do out here? She goes, I just live with nature.
Buckskins.
Buckskins, that's what it is. She had something on the grill. She had a little grill there. She was cooking up something.
Simplicity. I like it.
But anyway, I thought that was odd juice.
Yeah.
You got any more?
Yeah. Some of them, I've had some that they open that door, and I'm not a very big person.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been some guys that have opened that door, women that have opened that door that I'm sitting there looking at them. I'm like, oh, this is going to go south.
I'm bad about carrying a pistol. I'll carry one to church just because they said.
Oh, yeah.
And when I'm not doing investigations, half the time I don't have a pistol at all.
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever, because I'm lazy and it's uncomfortable in my car.
Yeah. I usually have one all the time except for like work.
Yeah. Well, you can't carry one in that building. Well,
no, not in that building, but and then when I come down here, I don't really carry one. But if I go get something to eat somewhere or we're going out somewhere, I have a gun with me.
But anyway, serving documents, though, I always had a pistol.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Because you get threatened, you get people try to run you over, all kinds of things. A funny one I did, we had this guy over towards Holly Pond that way, the other way, right?
Yeah.
And he would not come to the door. Big old, he was gigantic, fat guy, about 600 pounds.
Yeah, I remember this one.
And couldn't get him to come to the door. So I went there one night about 11. And he came to the door, stepped out, naked as a jaybird, soaked in sweat.
Huh.
I said, hey, are you such and such? And he wouldn't say nothing about a picture of him. I knew who it was. So I just stuck it to him and walked off. And I was like, oh, that was cool. I'm a cool guy. And I drove off. I got down the road, was organizing my paperwork, and I gave him the wrong documents.
Oh, you had to go back and be cool again?
And he was standing there, and I said, with his naked as a jaybird. And I said, hey, these are the real ones. He goes, just throw them in the yard. I said, okay. So I just threw them in the yard.
Wow.
He showed up to court. So anyway.
Wow.
We've had a lot of, around here, a lot of process servers that try to lie, say they served somebody and they really didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an issue.
You can get in trouble for it. I haven't seen anybody be punished for it, but I know it's a thing.
Yeah, but what's the big deal? Just do your job.
We take pictures of it now.
Yeah.
Or a little video.
Well, you've always had us do that.
Yeah, just in case. Because I've had them come back before saying they didn't serve me.
Yeah, and they're time stamped and everything else. So
yeah, I rarely do process serving anymore. I got one law firm that we do them for, but
I still do it to help some of them out. I'll do it.
They'll send me 3 or 4 a month.
Yeah.
At one point, we were doing like 130, 150 sometimes a month.
You can stay busy doing process serving.
It's low dollar stuff. It doesn't pay well. And unless you got a huge volume, it's not really worth it. And then when you get huge volume, you got to have administrative staff to handle it because it's admin heavy.
Big time. Yeah.
You got people across geographic areas trying to get stuff notarized. Sometimes you got to get them notarized. Sometimes you got to get signatures. You got to go turn them in and all that stuff. But it can be fun, though.
Oh yeah.
I had
some of it could be aggravating though.
Oh God, it can be
like the ones you show up at the house 10, 12 times.
Mm-hmm.
You know they're in there. You can hear the dogs bark and they won't answer it. Then you just say, okay, I'll go to your place of employment.
Right. And sometimes places of employment can be pains in the butt.
Yep.
I had one pulled up here and I lost it.
I've caught one at the bar. I had to catch up with her while she was at the bar enjoying herself.
Oh, yeah. So I've had them at the bar too. So the guy was like, hey, my wife will be at the bar like a Tuesday night. And I got there at like 6 and she was wasted already.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, good Lord.
Oh, yeah. And they get mad. Well, we're playing for beers. I don't really care.
She wanted me to come hang out. I was like, no, I'm going home.
We're good.
I'm going to eat dinner.
I got a family. I'm going home to sit with my dog.
I don't hang out and drink. So
yeah, well, neither do I. But I don't go to bars anymore.
Mm-hmm. Too much trouble here. Now, here's a story about, it says a civil process server, Drexel Mack, and police officer Cody Allen were fatally shot on February 29, 2024 in Independence, Missouri, while serving an eviction notice. You ever done those?
Oh, yeah.
They're a little more testy.
Yeah, they're not so happy.
Because what you do is you post it, right? You have to tape it to the door. And I've been sitting there taping it to the door, and they come out and they try to rip it off.
Mm.
I said, you can rip it off. I'm videoing the whole thing, because they're interfering with a legal order when they do that.
They are, yeah.
It's a little different than just handling a document. So the sheriff gets to deal with them. I never did deal. I was like, hey, this is between you and the sheriff and the courts. Yeah. It's not nothing to do with me.
The last one I did, the lady was actually sitting on her porch having coffee. I was like, oh, I don't go ahead, put it up. We knew it was coming.
The eviction?
Yeah. I'm like, okay. She's like, yeah, it's fine. Tape it, staple it, nail it, whatever.
She's getting ready to move anyways, right?
I was like, okay, yeah, we're out of here Friday. We don't care.
Really?
And we're not paying them what we owe them either.
I wonder why.
I'm like, okay, don't.
So Alabama's pretty landlord friendly.
Oh, yeah.
But I understand there's other states where they're not.
Yeah.
Like California and squatters.
Yeah.
This is not much to do with process serving, but there's a story close to Los Angeles with this guy. He owns several rental properties. And the people were squatting. They wouldn't move out. So he just went and he said, I'm doing renovations and removed all the windows and doors.
Right.
And they got out pretty quick. I guess it was hot.
There's people here that I know that have squatters in their rentals, and it took them forever to get them out because you can't just kick them out.
Right. You can't kill them. So
no, I mean, you could. It's kind of illegal.
Then you'd get in trouble.
Yeah.
You'd have to go hang out with Bubba.
Yeah. I don't want to hang out with Bubba.
You don't like Bubba?
I'm too pretty to be in jail.
You get too pretty of a face, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So we've had them where they try to dodge. They won't come to the door. You see the TV on, they get up and look out the window to you and all this stuff. I've done it where we put them in a pizza box. Say we're delivering free pizzas with the Domino's hat on.
Oh, yeah.
You ever done those?
Nope. Not with a free pizza.
I've actually bought a pizza and gave it to them, but they had documents when they opened the thing up. So They were served. I've had people try to run over me. A girl did.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, hey, I need to give you these documents, standing in front of the car.
Yeah.
And she was like going to run over me.
Yeah.
And I got out of the way. But anyway,
yeah,
I didn't shoot her.
People don't understand it. We're just a messenger. We're just dropping it off. You can go argue in front of the judge against the attorney, the landlord, whoever.
You ever had them cuss you out?
Oh, yeah. All the time.
You tell, when they say, you tell that lawyer blankety blank this, and I'm like, nah, I'm just wanting to go get a Gatorade, man, or whatever.
Yeah, dude, I just want to hit lunch.
Yeah.
That's all.
I was listening to a good book in my car. I'm get back to my book. But yeah, it can be testy, and I don't like doing it, but I do it for a law firm we do stuff for.
Yeah.
That's how I got started. That's how you start as a PI, though. You go knock on lawyers' doors. Hey, let me serve some docs.
I do a lot of those.
Mm-hmm. They'll give them to you because they're usually cheap because you don't know how to price your stuff yet.
Oh, yeah. But there have been some we served. Where's that one? So I process served, but I also delivered some divorce papers before.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband was upset because she was working her job and she was hardly ever home.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go to her place of employment to deliver them.
Right.
And it was a strip joint.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, not really.
Was it one of the dirt floor? Was it like the Toby's home of nine pretty women and one ugly one?
So Toby's would have been considered upscale.
All right.
Compared to this
Toby's
place.
was a dump when I first got there.
It was a dump
had
when
like
I got there.
partial dirt floor and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Toby's was the same when I got there.
It looked like a chicken coop that converted into a bar. Anyway,
yeah.
But
it's still there, though.
Did they clean it up at all? I haven't been up there in 20 something years.
I have to ask my nephew. He still lives up there in Wilmington.
Is he a Marine?
Yeah, he was.
Okay. Hey, I've got something might get him to, you can text him to see if he knows somebody.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
See if he knows them. Anyways, I won't get into it right now. It'd be a good story if he says it's her. So
yeah, I'll have to find out.
All right. I'll shoot it over to you when we get done. Yeah, Toby. So you served a woman where was this place? In here?
No, it was in Florida.
Florida's got some interesting places down there.
It was not good.
You know, they call us rednecks here in Alabama. North Florida.
Oh, I love North Florida.
I like it. I love it. But
especially the prison system there.
You got some flatlanders, I guess you'd call them there, right?
Yeah.
There's some special people down there.
Yeah. you escort, you transport prisoners around the state when I worked for the state.
Mm-hmm.
And we took one into a North Florida prison. And there was a female blonde sergeant standing there waiting on him to come in, and got it out of the van and gave her the paperwork and everything. And the next thing I noticed, she just spit the biggest wad of tobacco juice out. I was like, oh my God. She's like, you better get that boy out of that van. And it was on.
She roughed him up a little bit.
Oh God, she was so country with him.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. You know, people think of Tampa and Miami, but
no, it's not North Florida.
No, it's special.
Yeah.
North Florida's awesome. We get into some backwoods stuff here too, though. When you out delivering, you're like, how do people live in this shack?
Yeah,
you ever seen that before? And they come.
The
out
last one you sent me on.
Oh yeah, it's funny.
That was way out there.
Was that on the river?
No.
Oh, okay, you did one on the river where it's like. We're like, there's nothing there. And they're like, yeah, there is. I'm like, no, there's not. So,
yeah, that was one of them. That was pretty, That
was like a tiny home or something, right?
I don't even know if it was considered a tiny home.
Right. I don't know what it was.
It was like a garden shed.
But they had a porch on it.
Yeah.
The porch costs more than the shed.
Yeah.
So there's, these, I've did evictions at these, you buy these outbuildings you can put in your house or in your yard or whatever. Yeah. Well, people buy them and they put plumbing in there. Yeah, they don't pay for them. And I put eviction notices on there where they're going to come pick them up. So they'll just drive off, come put it on the flatbed and drive off with it if they don't make their payments. So
they don't care
because it's not affixed to the land.
Nope. And they can pick it up and take off with
it. It's like a car kind of, right?
Yeah.
But we've had some where they want us to help them find cars.
I
wouldn't call it repoing. The repo guy, we'd call them later. They have the tow truck and stuff. So and we found one where the lady gave me the key. Because her son, he's 20-something, dirtbag kid, right?
Right.
He wouldn't give her car back. And so she said, here's a key. He works up here. What's such and such? Just take the car. And I said, okay. So I'll get in the car and he comes running out. I had the doors locked and he was trying to kick the windows in. I just eased out of there and got it. Got her car back. But
wow.
Yeah, it was funny. But we had a repo guy get shot here in Huntsville here a while back. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
So I worked a case, the guy that did the shooting, I did a custody case where he was the subject.
Oh, nice.
It's like they're trying to say, oh, it's self-defense, blah, blah, blah. There's some issues going on there.
Yeah.
All right. It's not just stand your ground there. He had some stuff going on.
Yeah.
Some substance abuse problems.
It just depends on how the news wants to spin it.
Yeah. The truth will come out in court. I don't even know if I had trial yet or not.
But there's always three sides to a story. There's my side, there's your side, and somewhere in the middle is the truth.
Right. That's what the judge does, right?
Yeah.
The jury, whatever. So, all right, Juice, well, there's our process service stuff. What do you think of that?
Yeah, there's some funny ones. We'll have to think of some more.
Yeah, there's so many because sometimes you'll do 6 or 7 a day. So
yeah,
it's
that Christmas one was hysterical though.
Most are nothing. They just take them, you leave. They don't even talk to you. So or they're like drop them off right there or whatever.
Yeah,
most of them are expecting it. So before we get off though, it's weird that we are still stuck in a system where it has to be physically handed off to them.
Yeah, why are we doing that? But
I don't know.
You don't have to do it all the time. There's one I did for an attorney that we went out there several times.
Mm-hmm.
And know the people are in there. We know they're living in the place. They're not answering the door. So it was a tape it to the door so many times, and then he was still able to. And I'm not the attorney. I don't know.
That's an eviction, right?
But yeah, they get it so many times, stuck to the door, and then we had so many attempts.
Mm-hmm.
You were avoiding us. Get out. you're done.
Sheriff comes in, helps. No help. They provide security basically while you move the stuff out.
Yeah,
so,
that's it.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. It's kind of a antiquated system, in my opinion. We got email and all kind of stuff.
I mean, there's ways you can do it.
I mean, you can do certified mail, but nobody puts that green card back in the mail anymore. So
that's all forgotten.
Yeah, it's all forgotten. I just think it's antiquated. That in Alabama, you just get random people that are over the age of 19, then they can serve documents.
Yeah, which to me, that's crazy.
In Georgia,
to do that, you have to have a little bit of common sense. And
in Georgia, you have to go through a training per county.
Yeah,
you're like a officer of the court or whatever. So Tennessee, there's not much there. You can go serve there. Mississippi,
it's here. You don't have to go through on any of that.
You just got to be 19 or 18, whatever it says.
Yeah.
I haven't been that young in a long time, so I never paid attention to it. I don't
remember back then.
You just can't be part of the. You can't. Your name cannot be on those papers,
right?
So you can't be part of the action. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna get off for juice. We'll be back with another episode here in a little bit.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.